Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Still Life, Blind. Now, last time I spent forever trying to pick the lock on the door, so hopefully whatever I can find in here is going to be worthwhile.
I don't recognize the one on the left, but I certainly recognize the one on the right. Ida never told me she posed for him. The one on the left reminds me of Frantiska. On the right side, I haven't a clue. Vladan on the left, and he finished Apollina. The paint is still drying.
Okay. And there is a book here. So let's take a look at that. Lockpicking guide, that's not a book about occultism. Except from the journal of Winthrop Hedelhauer, but so troubled was my brain that by the fantastical imagings that I think in retrospect it can only have been several minutes. Even with my mind in this clouded state, I was able to reason that there may have been some sort of narcotic in the absinthe, added to create just this effect. Then we came to a grassy area where a light hand led me along a large winding path, which seems mostly circular, but also had several sharp turns in it as well. At first I tried to count the number of turns, but I quickly lost track of them because of the whispering all around me, of which I could discern little, save for that it was some sort of rhythmic chanting, and I could make out no specific words. In this fashion they had succeeded in disorienting me completely. My mind was continuously leaping from one idea to the next, and the sounds my ears received only contributed to the chaos. Also, by this time I was finished walking the path upon which I was being led, and I had lost all sense of how far I have traveled overall in any direction, and so I was confused both in body and in mind. Suddenly, incongruously, I heard a piano being played somewhere very, very near. The hand let go of my arm, and I stepped towards the music, navigating some steps and a flat surface, both of cool stone, to arrive inside a room with the tinkling notes of the piano echoing off the walls. A muffled voice directed me to walk to what, when my blindfold was subsequently removed, proved to be the center of an ornate ballroom, which I had entered from the patio doors. As my arms were unbound and I rubbed the wrists, I examined my surroundings for any hint of what might come. The decor was in the same style as a high society ballroom, including a portrait of Her Majesty looking disapprovingly upon us. The only differences being an unusual number of sconces set into the walls, and of course the visceral sarcophagus hanging from behind the piano. But of course, to most people, these differences would go mostly unnoticed. I have to this point postponed any description of the occupants of the room, for just recalling their appearance to mind creates a shiver of dread to crawl up my spine. They were all men, uniformly dressed in unadorned black, with cream-colored masks upon their faces, which resembled the leather worn by performers in the Commedia dell'arte. The masks were expressionless, with only holes for the eyes and slits for the nostrils, lending them an aspect of profoundly neutral, as to put me in mind of death, or perhaps what lies beyond. They were holding hands in a circle, with myself in the middle, and so great was their impact upon me that it was not until I touched her with my foot that I noticed the naked Negro woman lying at my feet. At first I thought her to be dead, but there were no marks upon her, and then I saw her neck throb slightly. I assumed her to be in some kind of a narcotic-induced doze. One of those men surrounding me spoke, but I could not tell which, for it seemed that the voice came from different directions, and of course I could not see anyone's mouth move. So just as I thought I had pinpointed the direction of the voice, that location seemed to change, to my perception at least. The owner of the voice told me that on that night, when the veil is thinnest, I had been selected to become one with the others in the circle, to receive him as the others had, although what he meant by this last I had no time to divine, for something touched me on the shoulder, and I felt my skin grow quickly warmed and hot, and my head filled with noise and light, and the sense of something else. I remember nothing more on that night whatsoever. I woke back in my home, in my bed, still wearing no clothing, but also with no mud or earth upon my body to indicate the events of the evening, or so I thought until I noticed that beneath two of my fingernails were light brown stains that were not from any soil, and on the underside of my left wrist was a faint reddish mark resembling the... and it cuts off. Okay.
Blood. Recent, too.
So did he kill her?
Mr. Ackerman, your indiscretions are becoming too expensive to cover up. Your father is resigning as ambassador. You will be returning to America with him shortly. Get your affairs in order. Bell, U.S. Embassy.
Okay, so he could be the killer because, the killings stopped in Prague and then resumed in the USA 2 years later. So that would fit with this, I guess. Although his modus operandi is... I hesitate to say it's unrealistic. To be honest, serial killers, they are all deranged. They are not... The thing that makes them serial killers is that they have motives that make little sense, and they concentrate on weird details. They are not killing those people for very specific practical purposes, because it's a bit weird that if he kills them, he first paints them, so he has met with each and every one of them, which obviously makes it pretty easy to suspect him, because they come in, get painted, and then die sometime after. But I don't really have a problem with that. I'm not saying it's something the game does wrong. As I said, serial killers, most of the time, their modus operandi makes no logical sense because they are deranged people. I'm just commenting on it, as I see it. I'm not saying it's necessarily something wrong with the story. Okay, so what do I have? Bell's telegram. Okay, this is basically what I just read. Now, this is a pretty damning piece of evidence, I would say. Obviously not conclusive, but there is blood in this place as well. And, his recent indiscretions, there's been a string of those. Let me go to the police station. It seems to be abandoned.
Satisfied with your last payment? Yes, it's very adequate. The ambassador wishes you good luck in finding the murder. I think that concludes our agreement. Farewell, Inspector.
My thanks to the ambassador. And as far as our murderer is concerned, well, let's just say I have the perfect man to take the fall.
Why, that son of a bitch.
Oh my god. Wow, I never imagined this. I mean, this isn't the image I had of your room.
Miller, what the hell are you doing here?
I imagined something more along the lines of Hellraiser.
Christ, Miller.
Sorry, I'm in shock here. I came because the prints on the bottle and the partials match at a 99% probability. Kolar seems to be our best bet.
Really?
Yes, and I thought you'd want to pick him up.
Okay, I'll meet you over there. Wait for me before taking action.
Of course I will.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't really expect him to be the prime suspect. Let's just let my dad know that I'm going out. He's probably in the kitchen eating the cookies. Oh, no, he's fixing something.
Dad?
Yes?
Playing Mr. Fix-It?
The damn thing is broken again.
Dad, call someone. The reason why it breaks all the time is because you fix it. Just call a professional.
I know what's wrong this time. You wouldn't understand, Pumpkin. It's a guy thing.
So how are the cookies?
Just like Mom used to make.
I'm happy you like them. I'll have a bite later.
You'll have to make more.
You ate them all already?
Yes.
Jeez, Dad, you could have let me have at least one.
Well, you know, when I get started, it's hard to stop.
Great. My dad's a cookie junkie. Why did you let Miller upstairs?
I called you 3 times. I got tired, so I let him up.
Yeah, but Dad, he saw my room, Dad.
What's wrong with that?
You do know I work with cops. I'll never hear the end of it.
Officer Miller seems like a nice guy.
He is, Dad, but he has a cop sense of humor.
Are you off again?
Yes, I have to go meet up with him. I'll drop by again later to make more cookies. No thanks to you.
Okay, sweetheart. See you soon.
Bye, Dad.
Okay, so let's go. I'm going to the campus, right?
Hey, Miller.
Hey.
Hey, Vaclav, we need to talk to you. The cute agent is back.
What's the cute agent thing?
Shh. Hey, listen. Did you hear that?
What? It's probably a movie.
No, I don't think so.
Actually, I think it's from the movie Clockwork Nightmare.
No way. This is for real.
Ah, come on.
It's called Suspicion of an Officer.
Aw, man, Victoria.
Call Tate.
Ah, crap. I will. Later.
Oh my God, Miller. You were like, absolutely right. It's like a movie.
You're not funny. We could get into serious trouble.
Christ, Miller. Lighten up. Let's check out his room.
See? I was right. It is Clockwork Nightmare.
To be honest, I thought she's pulling his leg and it's going to be an actual murder, because you know, it seems to be kind of a running joke around the police station that he has a weak stomach, like he has, you know, vomited on like 3 crime scenes already. Okay, what can I find here? Seemingly nothing.
I did not break the door down for nothing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm just weirded out by the fact that seemingly there's nothing in this room.
This guy is twisted.
Oh, stop it.
Did you see the pictures on the wall?
Yeah, so?
Gore films, crime scene photos, porno. Need I say more?
You just described 3/4 of adolescent America. He's harmless. We're here to ask about the prince. We aren't here for character assassination. We'll leave that part to the lawyers.
Hey, we need an officer to guard a door.
Well, to be honest, I would be majorly apprehensive about a person who has actual gore pictures, like, on a wall. You know, it's one thing to have, like, I guess I would feel pretty weird with outright pornography. I'm not talking, because, you know, there's a difference. There are different grades of erotic material. You know, for example, the things that what's his name, Ackerman painted. You know, his paintings of the women, they were erotic, but I wouldn't say they were pornographic. You couldn't really see that much of their naked bodies, but they were pretty sensual in the way they were depicted. So nothing particularly weird about that. If someone had, like, outright pornography, you know, people having actual sex with exposed genitals and whatnot on his wall, I would feel weird about it. But ultimately, that's, you know, I consider that, you know, weird, but ultimately rather harmless. But if someone had, like, actual gore, you know, like, you know, mutilated bodies or whatnot, realistic depictions of like intense wounds plastered on his wall in his room, that's a red flag to me. You know, it's one thing to, because, you know, I suppose many of us sometimes have this morbid curiosity watching, you know, things like, you know, effects of, I don't know, shrapnel or mines. You stumble upon it on the internet and you watch it with this morbid fascination. It's one thing to, like, you know, browse it by yourself sometimes, just because you're there's part of you that's, you know, fascinated by it, but it's another thing entirely to display it, like, on a wall or something.
Various articles on serial killers.
Well, okay, that in itself isn't weird, because he's working on a thesis on serial killings, so that in itself, not weird at all. I don't have a problem with that.
I bet if I sprayed luminol all over the bed, I'd need sunglasses just to look at it.
I don't have any, though.
Oh, look, it's the award winners. Bundy, Gassy, Berkowitz, Ramirez, Fish, Ridgway, and DeSalvo.
Out of all of those serial killers,
Oh, look, it's the award winners. Bundy, Gassy, Berkowitz, Ramirez, Fish, Ridgway, and DeSalvo.
I'm only familiar with Ted Bundy, and with John Wayne Gacy. You know, those are the two names that I sort of recognize as very famous serial killers. I do not know the others, which I might actually look it up, you know, when editing.
Various pictures of serial killer victims. Various pictures of serial killer victims.
Okay, there's no hardcore gore in this. This is, you know, I could understand him having that up if he's working on a thesis for his master's, right?
I didn't know they ever made a sequel to Clockwork Nightmare.
But I haven't found anything.
I think these dirty clothes have melded together to form a new life form.
That's, like, super damning. And I cannot check his computer, which...
Now, I've seen some pretty gross stuff during my career, but a pair of his underwear just took the #1 spot.
Really? That seems weird to me, because, to be honest, even disregarding the extreme gore of, like, a person being eviscerated, when people die, they pretty often shit themselves. I imagine if you work, if you work investigating homicides for the police, you've probably seen a lot of not only blood but outright shit as well. So that's pretty weird that she has this boundary. But what even?
I bet if
I haven't found anything of substance, to be honest, which is a bit.
Oh, look, it's the award winners. Various pictures of serial killer victims.
But what do I do with this? Overall, I still haven't found anything, right? Will I be able to leave? I will, but
What's going on?
Police business, miss.
Ouch. Hello.
You must be Mia, right?
Yes, and you seem to have me at a disadvantage.
I'm Agent McPherson, and this is Detective Miller. You wouldn't happen to know where Vaclav might be?
Actually, yes, I do. I saw him at work. He was getting a massage or taking a hot bath, whichever.
Where do you work?
Where do you work?
Here's my card. The address is on the back.
Can you check it out? I'll meet you over there.
Sure. Better than being ignored.
Do you mind if I ask what you do there?
Not at all. Actually, I could show you if you'd like, because I can see all that tension in your shoulders and neck. My apartment is just a few steps away.
Thanks for the offer, but I have to decline. I really need to talk to your friend Vaclav.
Friend? Vaclav is a nice guy, but he's no friend. He's a neighbor at best. Sorry to interrupt the flow of your questioning, but can I be totally blunt here?
I'm not sure I want you to, but go right ahead.
Are you spoken for?
Not quite what I expected, but then again, it could have been worse. To answer the question, yes, I'm spoken for.
Oh, how unfortunate.
I don't have much time to chit-chat now, but I will contact you later. I'd like to ask you a few more questions.
Anytime. My offer still stands if you ever change your mind.
I'll be in touch.
So I guess Victoria is bisexual? Because, if you would be hetero, you would just say, I'm, not into that. I guess I would say that, if a guy wanted to take me on a date, I would say, I'm flattered, but not interested in this kind of thing, generally. And she just said she's, taken.
You call, Miss McPherson?
Yes, I need you to guard the door in case Vaclav Kolar shows up here.
Description?
About 5'8", black hair, glasses, and he has a scar on his face.
Okay, I'll call in if he shows up.
All right. Thanks, Tate. Sorry about giving you such a wonderful job, but we really don't have a choice.
It's not a problem, Miss McPherson.
Okay, can I visit the other woman again?
I shouldn't bother her now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I'll go to where she works, which I assume is some kind of an erotic massage parlor or whatever. A red lantern. Wow, that's a...
I think I might have screwed up.
You didn't try your tough guy routine, did you?
I might have, yes.
What happened?
I only said that I needed to talk to one of the clients. He wouldn't let me in, so I asked him again, this time with some subtle encouragement.
You mean you flashed your badge in his face, right?
That pretty much sums it up, yeah.
Then what?
He asked for a warrant, so I'm screwed. No way we can find a judge at this time of the night and so close to the holidays.
Correction, we are screwed. But wait, I might have an idea. Stay here in case I miss Vaclav. You know what he looks like?
Yeah. Wait, what are you up to?
Just watch the door, I'll be right back.
So what do you want to do?
Sorry, baby, but I need to see your pass.
I don't have my pass. I was wondering if you could let me in anyways.
Then y'all ain't going in. Yo must be the new girl. It always be the same old motherfucking routine. Listen, yo don't forget yo pass. Yo forget it, yo don't work.
You really can't bend the rules just for tonight?
Yo, listen up, mama. A rule is a rule. It'd be my ass if I let y'all in. I thought they'd brief you.
They did, it's just I live really far and it costs me a fortune in cab fare.
So take a cab. They pay for it. I'm sure it's not a problem.
How would it look to you if you start someplace and you're already asking for money? It doesn't make me look good.
Yeah, I see your point, but I still can't let y'all in.
How many girls besides me?
4. Are you sure they brief you?
Yes, they did. Do you like working here? I mean, how is it?
Yeah, I like working here. It's not bad at all. Better than where I used to work. I know about my end of things, but on your end, I have to say, y'all should all be asking one of the other girls.
Well, I gotta head back and get that pass.
Sorry about that, but I really got no choice.
I understand. Not a good idea. He won't let me in unless I show him a pass.
I guess I need to take it from someone else then. Now, I have a bit of a problem with the depiction of black characters in this game. Like, they seem to veer dangerously close to some, like, caricature territory. To the point where, you know, I'm white and I'm Polish, so Poland is like overwhelmingly white. It's like 99% ethnically Polish, and most of the ethnic minorities are other white people. So to be honest, it's not unheard of in Poland to especially if you live in a rural region and do not visit any of the larger cities, to live your whole life without ever seeing a person that's not white. But even I am I'm kind of uncomfortable with the way black characters are depicted in this game, which makes me think it's probably made by a European studio, which is weird, because then the whole mistake with having the Czech Republic as a country in 1929 is like mind-bogglingly stupid. How can you make that mistake as a European? I'm not quite sure, but they speak in very exaggerated way. This guy moves around like he's high, which maybe he is, to be honest, working at a club like this. And Officer Tate, I really don't like his character model. I don't like how his lips are like bright red and sort of big. He looks very much like a racist caricature out of a minstrel show. He looks more like a white guy in blackface than like a black person. I am uncomfortable about it. Like, I was planning to talk about it before, but this guy broke me like completely, because that's another person to which it's happening.
Your idea didn't work, I gather.
Yes and no. I have to see Mia and try to convince her to give me her pass. Can you stay here and watch the place in case Kolar decides to split?
Sure. Can you get me some milk bones while you're at it?
Wait, who's Mia? That's the woman, okay. Excuse me, that's the woman from the apartment that works here, duh. Okay. Did anything happen?
Hey, Officer Tate, how you holding up?
Oh, I can't complain. At least it's warm in here.
So nothing, huh?
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Oh, I have to say thanks for the recommendation you gave to the vice captain. He was really impressed.
My pleasure. And how did it go?
Nothing official, but I'm probably in.
Congratulations. That's great news.
I just thought you should know, and thanks again for everything.
Well, God knows you've earned it.
So, Agent McPherson, why'd y'all come back? Forget something?
Sort of, yes. I have some more questions for Mia.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mia?
You had a change of heart?
Sort of. I need a favor.
Even better. Come on in. Hello? Yes, okay. I'll be right down. I have to go downstairs for a second. Make yourself at home.
But Mia, all I need is...
I won't be long, promise.
So, will I just steal the card and then ditch her?
I wonder where that was taken. Hey, this looks like the girl whose photo we found in the body.
So she knows her. Okay.
Mia, who is this?
Oh, that's Steph. Oh, shit. I was supposed to meet her to do another portrait of her.
Where were you going to meet her?
Why? What's wrong?
Just tell me where.
At my studio, 4455 Beauregard.
Okay, I know the place.
Please, Vic, what's going on?
No time to explain. Just stay here. Don't move.
Well, she isn't in much of a hurry, really. Okay, before I go, I think this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.